up on this week's WAC Podcast. It's officially softball tournament time. I'm here in Stephenville, Texas at Tarleton State University, the host site of the 2026 WAC University Credit Union Women's Softball Tournament. We'll speak with some of our postseason award winners, including the WAC Player of the Year, Utah Tech's Kinley Pappas. We break down what's allowed her to be hitting over 400, and the Trailblazers with the number 6 seed in the tournament looking to go the distance. We'll also speak with CBU Pitcher of the Year, Miranda De Nava, her journey to Riverside, and everything about playing at home and coming in as this number 1 seed, looking to make their mark and take home a championship. That's all ahead on the WAC Podcast. I'm here with the WAC Player of the Year, Utah Tech's Kinley Pappas. Kinley, this is an exciting time. You're officially here. You're practicing at Stephenville High School, but the tournament starts tomorrow. So you were just named the WAC Player of the Year. Take me through what went through your mind when you first heard you won this accolade.
I don't know. I was just so happy, and I'm so proud of myself. I didn't know if I was going to get to play this season with some injuries and dealing with that. So I don't know, just seeing all that hard work and rehab pay off and being able to still play at the end of this season, I'm just so happy I can still play. So it's just really exciting.
You mentioned some of the injuries. What were you dealing with that you had to rehab back from to be able to play your best this year?
My labrum is torn, and the front and back of my rotator cuff is also torn. So I got PRP, which helped a lot. So yeah, surgery's in the future, but I don't know. I just want to play so bad, and I just want to be on the field. So I made it work for another season.
Obviously, that's a tough thing that you have to deal with. And so how have you been able to manage that load where you're constantly trying to be better but not overdoing that injury so that you can still be out there on the field?
Yeah. My freshman year I had only caught or DH'd, and so I started playing first base a little bit, and so I played there quite a few games this year, which took a lot of stress off my arm, and not catching back-to-back days and things like that, which has really helped the longevity for the season. So.
Looking at this year, you're batting .450 on the year, an incredible year for you. What are you seeing at the plate that's allowed you to be so successful?
Oh, gosh. I just love to hit. I think I'm aggressive, which, I don't know. It's a pro and con of my, I guess just how I go into hitting. But, yeah, I just want to hit. I love hitting, and so I just go up there swinging away every time.
A dynamic way that Utah Tech got into the tournament. It really came down to the last game of the regular season against Abilene Christian. You guys are able to get it done. Take me through the mindset of the team after you had dropped that first Friday doubleheader and knew you were in a must-win situation.
Yeah, I think, it was super special just because it was senior day too, and so just, that was our field is also getting remodeled after that, so I think everyone just wanted to go out and have a good last game on that field because that was the last game I ever played there, so I think that was just super exciting to play for the seniors and just everyone's last time playing on that field.
Now you guys do carry a bit of momentum heading into the tournament. What part of this week are you most excited for, and how do you carry that game-winning weekend into the tournament?
Yeah, I think just staying positive and playing together. I just love softball, so I'm just so glad that we get to keep playing.
Got a chance to talk to your head coach, Coach Simpkins, before the tournament. He said this is a team that's starting to click. He likes where this group is at. What have you seen from the team over the last month that makes you feel like this is a group that can go all the way?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we just kind of started having more timely hits and things like that, and working together. And I feel like we're a very offensive team, and so just everybody being able to string hits together and pinch hitters coming in huge moments and clutching up has also been a deciding factor in the last few games. So yeah.
When you look at softball, a lot of superstitions, a lot of routines before the game. Do you have anything in particular that you must do in order to know, okay, I'm going to be mentally right and I can go out there and give it my all?
I don't know. I'm not super superstitious, so I like to just go out there and play. I usually have caffeine, but I don't know if that's a superstition, but I just want to go out there and play. So, yeah. Usually I have ribbon in my hair, though, usually.
Okay, and what's the best group about playing with this team? I know this is your second year with the program, but what is special about this year's group?
This year's group I think is just super fun to play with, and it's just very like at the beginning of the year we worked with like a mental health coach, and he was talking about how to like play free, you got to play unlocked, and you kind of got to let yourself play. And so I think that this group has really taken that literally, and you can see it on the field.
That was a big message that Coach Shimkins had talked about, just being able to play free and not be rigid and tense. But when you look at this tournament, I mean, there's plenty of softball to be had. So how are you approaching this first game, knowing once again you're in that same situation you were this weekend?
Yeah. Wait, my approach or the team's approach?
Your approach.
Okay, sorry. My approach, I mean, I just want to keep playing. I don't want to stop playing softball. So just hitting the ball hard, playing to win, just being aggressive, giving it my all.
Well, we wish you the best of luck. We're shooting this on Tuesday. It'll go out on Wednesday. But you had a long travel day. It started at 3 in the morning, had some difficulties along the way. Take me through how you approach, the travel day, knowing that it's a long day, but you got to be ready to roll tomorrow.
Yeah, I just slept on the bus, I slept on the plane, and then I slept on the vans, or in the van again. So, I don't know, just kind of been resting. But it's really nice to get out here and get moving and practice, and we'll hit live a little bit off coach. Will be super nice just to move our bodies. So, yeah, I think just kind of getting it all out tonight and then being ready tomorrow.
Well, best of luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm now joined by the WAC Pitcher of the Year, Miranda De Nava of California Baptist. Miranda, the accolades just came out not too long ago. What was going through your mind when you heard you are the pitcher of the league?
When I first heard that was me, I was really shocked, but also relieved, feeling all the feelings, kind of just kind of like I did it. It was finally like my name on that. Felt really great to feel that it was me, to hear that it was me.
And this is a team that really it came down to the last series of the regular season. The Lancers clinch the #1 seed in the tournament, regular season champions. What was going through your mind that weekend as you guys knew you were trying to lock up that #1 seed and get some momentum heading into the tournament?
Yeah, that was a big weekend last weekend. It was our senior weekend. We were at home. It was our last chance to kind of win the title. Going into it, I was pretty nervous. I knew that this weekend was really, it kind of determined the award essentially. I'm always up for a challenge. Going into that weekend, I was like, it has to be a good day, good weekend for me to kind of just like prove that being a transfer coming into a new conference is my chance to prove that I wanted it as bad as I did, and I did that exactly. My team had my back throughout the whole thing, and it was a good feeling to kind of just win it at that moment.
And I'm looking at your hand here. We have a pinky. Is everything okay there? We'll be ready for the weekend.
We're good.
Looking at your career, you mentioned you're a transfer coming from Cal. I know there's some familiarity with the head coach. So tell me a little bit about what got you to CBU. Was it him? And what you've enjoyed so far with this team in Riverside, California?
Yes, I did follow Coach Brandon. He was with me at Cal. He was my coach there. I didn't really have a relationship with him there. He was the hitting coach. I was a pitcher, so I didn't really get to bond with him. But the times that we did kind of connect were really special to me and made me make the move with him was easy for me to do. And ever since I've been here, man, I'm from Riverside. Love being home. I live at home with my family. Being close to home is like everything, means everything to me. Being with coaches that kind of trust me, and I know that they trust me, is ideal to my success, I would say.
You mentioned being from Riverside. I mean, you get to play in front of friends and family every single time you're out there, and to win the regular season at home with them watching, how special of a moment was that for you? That
was like top 10, I think, best feelings I've ever felt. Pretty cool to have my family watching they're watching me. Pretty cool to experience all in one.
When I was talking to Coach, he had said, tough as nails, someone who doesn't want to give the ball away. He said you were in for 18 or so innings against Utah Valley, and he knew that he wasn't going to be able to take you out. So where does that fight come inside the circle when you're just in a groove and know that you can get out of any sort of situation and help your team?
I think it kind of comes from the adversity that I've faced, all the things that I've been through, and kind of just like wanting to prove people wrong, essentially. Knowing that I can do it, believing that I can, having people that believe in me, it kind of just makes it easier for me to kind of just keep going. I also feel like you mentioned 18 innings in a day, never been done before. Like, it was pretty cool. I think my team definitely had my back. Knowing that they had my back was like made it easier for me to keep going. And it was also just like once I was done, I was like, wow, like I just did that. It was a good feeling to kind of come off of.
And this is a team that seems to be so supportive of one another. What is it like to play with this group of women out here?
Wow. I experienced a lot coming from a different school, and I think this team really kind of just showed me what it means to like have a family behind you. Being a pitcher, it's the hardest position on the field. Your team really has to like have your back, and they've kind of proved that they are my real family who's always going to have my back no matter what. The relationships that we've built outside of the field have been amazing. Something that I think I'll take with me from this team, specifically version 1. We're kind of just setting the standard for CBU softball together, and knowing that these girls, I'm going to keep their friendships forever is amazing.
There were a lot of question marks probably coming in with this year, a new head coach, a ton of new players coming in, a young roster. And so how were you guys able to put the pieces together and come out in conference play swinging and really never look back?
I mean, I think we kind of just I think we all faced adversity at the beginning of the season. We kind of didn't know what we were going along with, and I think we kind of just stuck together. Our culture became we all got close. Our culture became tight, and I think we kind of just never went away from that. Obviously, throughout the season, we were on a roller coaster, and I think we kind of just stayed level-headed and stayed composed the whole time, and that really helped us out in the end, essentially.
You've added a lot of different tools to your toolbox this year as a pitcher. You've got so many different speeds. You pretty much can do anything. What do you feel like is your strength that you've gotten a chance to develop this year that you're really proud of?
I think just locating the ball, spinning it. I'm not really a speed pitcher. I kind of just rely on my spin. Different pitches, it helps me like kind of just stay throughout the game through long inning games. Changing eye levels on batters is kind of what I've tried to work on this year. I also, coming from a different conference, a higher conference at that, I've kind of just had to like work on my mental side of the game, and that's really kind of helped me. Just knowing that when I pitch the ball, I can't control what happens next, and being able to stay in the game, knowing that my team has my back is all I can do.
And working on your mental game is easier said than done. How are you able to get out of some of those tough innings, especially, I mean, when you're in for 18 innings, you've got to find some way.
Yeah. Well, I think I've said it once, I'll say it again. My team, knowing that they have my back, knowing that if the ball is put in play, they're going to make plays behind me is just what I have to rely on, essentially. Getting swings and misses is always cool. Having strikeouts is cool, but I think knowing that they're going to make plays behind me is what I look forward to.
Softball, game of superstitions and routine. Anything specific that you have to do before you step inside the circle?
Ooh, I pray. I give it to God. Not really much. I am not really a superstition girl. I do wear something, and I wear something on me that's a superstition of mine. I have a ribbon in my hair that's maroon colored, and it's the color of my mom's cancer. And I know that she's always with me every time I step onto the mound. So that's something that I do.
I love that. And, you know, you are coming in as the #1 seed and everything like that. So obviously the expectation is to come out here and win. But what's the mindset? As you guys know, it's really one game at a time.
Yeah. I think that is the mindset. We go 1-0 every time we step onto the field. That's our goal. And I think going into it, there's a lot of emotions, but I think just knowing that we have each other to kind of just get through it is what we're going to be doing.
Excellent. Thank you so much, and best of luck this week.
Thank you.
The softball championship gets underway Wednesday, May 6th. First game starting at 3 p.m. Central Time. You can find all the games live on ESPN+. For the WAC, I'm Kendra Sheehan.